Welcome back to the Gridiron Report with David Wright. So, I wanted to talk to y'all about Ben Still being fired, Trey Amos, and maybe a couple other things. We'll see what we get to. But let's start with Ben Still since it seems to be the biggest lead of the day. I am absolutely happy that he got fired. And do I want him as a tight end coach? I believe so. I don't think he's as high regarded or his skill level is as good as he is high regarded. Trey McBride was going to be a stud no matter what. Now, the Cliff Kingsbury system did hold him back. So it kind of makes sense that after Cliff leaves, he blows up. So I don't know exactly how much percentage he deserves in there. I would have liked to had him if he was a grown up, but he's not. Can't stand drunk drivers. I'll give you a quick little analogy of what my family went through. I had an Uncle David. He was young, just starting his life. A drunk driver knocked him off an overpass, and our family had to watch him turn to a different person, go through a year of torture, and then he died. All because of a piece of shit that couldn't call a taxi. And here's the thing. There's no excuse in the world for this. At all. But if you're poor, it's hard to look at, I can call an Uber. Yes, you should have been accountable, kept enough money to do so, but poor people sometimes, when they start drinking, they end up broke. No excuse. You should go lay down in your back seat and go to sleep. Call a friend. Call your parents. Call somebody. Or just sleep in your car until it's time to be sober. As far as this piece of crap, Ben Still, you asshole, the NFL has a program that they would have sent a car for him. He's rich. He could have afforded an Uber. He could have afforded a taxi. Hell, he could have afforded to get a limo if he wanted to. There's no excuse. And as much as I would have liked to have his skills and see how far he could take Ben Sinnott, thank God we don't have an organization like that piece of crap that we had before in Daniel Snyder. He would have kept this piece of crap because of his name. Now we have an owner, a GM, head coach that look at him and they're like, dude, we can't do this with you. And I think it's fair. We have our successor in the office, in the building, Wessler. Yes. I believe they'll promote him for a second time, and they'll bring in a assistant. But even if they go out the building, yes, it might be a tiny bit step down in talent as far as teaching our tight ends, but it'll be a gigantic step up in accountability and morals. This man not only drove drunk, he declined the test, he resisted arrest without violence. He was a nightmare, and if I had to guess, and it is a pure guess, I would imagine he was told, because he was put on suspension a while back, I would imagine he was told, you need to get in a program, stick with it, get clean, and we'll reassess this. And he did not, so they fired his ass. Wild guess on that last part, but it seems to fit. Now, Trey Amos, we need him. There's no doubt in the world. But I've heard people, oh, if he misses any snaps. Come on, people. So many of us play football. You know, a week's worth of practice is not going to end the season. That's hyperbolic. It's crazy. So Trey Amos got on IG and he says, I'm healthy. This man's been working with a medical team the whole offseason in his rehab. I'm sure they told him he was healthy, but we have a guy that takes care of this that is over cautious. He always has been known for such, which I'm not griping about. I'm glad he is. However, he will slow roll this a little bit, but taking into account everything that's going on, with Trey Amos coming out last week saying, I'm fine, I'm ready, and the medical staff being on vacation, I have a sinking suspicion that we will see Trey Amos at the latest by next week. I'm guessing he'll be released this week. Because remember, he can be released at any given time. But they might want to run him through drills, run him through extra x-rays and all that stuff, just to make sure, because we don't want a setback. But I don't think this is a really big deal until it becomes one. And that's later on. If he misses, a half of training camp, 3/4 of training camp, and he can't get even a quarter of training camp and some of a preseason, and, then Houston, we have a problem because of the depth in the room. Like, we need him starting. So Rasul Douglas is a solid backup. And I'm sorry, I forgot his name. Witherspoon will be, he's a good rotation piece, a good piece that can come in for a few games, but you don't want him in long term. So we do need Trey Amos back, but at this time of year, there's no panic to be needed, especially with him saying he was healthy. I'm pretty sure this is a slow roll, which with this guy we have, he is very expected. And now I did see Diggs. And Diggs is gone viral about going to Washington. And I've been keeping an eye on this for y'all. And I'm not seeing any confirmed accounts that we have made that phone call yet. But the way Adam Peters works, we didn't get that on Laramie Tunsil neither. So, I mean, this could be literally Diggs shows up and then the insiders are like, he's here. So we're not sure how that will work out, but we will be keeping our eye on it for you. Keep coming back to the channel and checking us out. We'll keep you updated on anything big that comes up. Please comment down below, like, share, subscribe. I appreciate all my followers and everyone that consumes this content. You have a great Monday, and I will see you later.